What's up, guys? Episode 8 of Athletic Adjustments, hosted by myself, Reggie.
I'm Roosevelt.
And we have a very, very special guest today. Introduce yourself.
How y'all doing? My name is Alonzo Ogunde. I'm a junior here at Lincoln University. I'm from Media, PA, and I do the 400 and 800 meter here at Lincoln University for track and field.
Yes. Speaking about track and field, outdoor season about to start.
Yes, sir.
Outdoor season about to start. I just got news that for the first time since I've been here in 4 years, we're having an event here on campus and a new track.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's very exciting, just to have a track meet here. Have people, when wanting to watch a track meet here at Lincoln University, just to see the different events. Also, just have family nearby to come see their event too. And then I think it's been a while since we actually had a track meet here, so it's gonna be pretty exciting. Yeah, definitely.
How do you prepare before your track meets? Like, what freaking rituals do you do?
I feel like with everybody it's different. Really preparing for a track meet. I think it's very mental. It's very mental, and also it is your diet and how you sleep as well. I say for me, as I prepare for a track meet, for me, man of God, a lot of prayer, and just envisioning the track meet, making sure that I'm warmed up good, making sure that my body is loose. But it's very paramount that your preparation really will set you for the race. So I think that's the most important thing, definitely.
Okay, so being that it is here on campus for the first time, do you think that provides you any type of advantage? Because I know a lot of CIAA events occur down south. Yeah. You guys usually have to travel. Well, for you guys, sometimes it's in New York. But being here, does it provide an advantage? And if so, what advantage do you feel like?
Yeah, it definitely provides an advantage because we practice on this track every day. So we know the lanes. We know, how the corners feel, because that's a big thing too, feeling how the corners feel when you run track and field. It's just you get the layout, because, we run multiple different events during practice on our track, so we definitely get that advantage, plus we get the home crowd, plus we just get just know where we warm up at, and I can warm up for the track race and be there as well. So I think it's a big advantage, sure.
When did you start running track?
So actually, this is like a side quest, actually, honestly, track and field. So I started running track my senior year outdoor. So I did basketball and football throughout high school, and I also did mixed martial arts. I actually wanted to be a UFC fighter. I was in Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I didn't want to do track and field at all. But what I like individual sports. And after my basketball season, my senior year, I was like, man, let me make another memory. So I did track and field. And right when I joined the team, the coach was like, oh, you play basketball, so let you do high jump and long jump. So I did pretty good and my senior year. And they were like, reach out to the schools that you apply for. So I reached out to Lincoln, reached out to my coach, and he was like, your jumps, they're okay, they're pretty good, you can come on as a walk-on. So I got on track and field here, freshman year here. Still am a walk-on, but I've made a lot of progress. Went from long jump to high jump, now to the 400 meter, and now to the 800 meter. So I really had like a mysterious years here at track and field, but this is really like it's really unexpected for me, because before, looking into college, I had no idea I wanted to do track and field. But I just really like the whole aspect of an individual sport. That's why I like mixed martial arts so much. I had a couple amateur fights in Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but when I tell you track and field was not in the plan at all. It was not in the plan at all, but yeah, bro, it's been a blessing. Track and field teach me a lot of stuff, a lot of things that I could take outside of track and field. Just a lot of character build, track is a very humbling sport, very technical sport. So, yeah, man, but now I'm doing a 400 and 800 meter. Yeah.
So you speak about individual sport, but college track in somewhat is a team sport as far as, getting points, and ultimately everybody has to do their part. What do you say you do game days or meet days to prepare other people to be or run their best race?
I think, as a collaborative, as being a team, all of us warming up together, all of us making sure we're on the same, page of just, making sure we're mentally locked in, because track meets, you got a bunch of different teams there. A lot of people people from different schools, so it's just a lot of distractions. And it's a lot of waiting in track and field. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we can get there really early in the morning. You might not run till later in the day. So it's important that you're staying hydrated, eating the right food that you need to eat. But I feel like as a collective, all of us, we make sure we watch everybody that's doing the event, because that help us mentally lock into, get ready for us to run. But I think it's just being together and making sure we're all locked in together. That's there.
You mentioned that when you first started running track, you were a long jumper. You were jumping, and then now you're doing the 400 and 800.
Yeah.
Was that transition hard for you?
Yeah, bro. It was hard, man. Like, cause I came in high school just doing high jump and long jump, and those practices you're not running as much. Basically, what you're doing is you're doing a lot of quick, explosive, jumps. You're not really running as much. So when I transitioned in college a whole different level from high school. It was a big transition. To the point where it's practices where I'm not even able to finish because how hard the workouts were. But it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot of just, really embracing that, that difficulty. Just breaking that barrier of becoming a 400 meter runner. Because the 400 meter, in my opinion, is the hardest race. Mm-hmm. It's the hardest race. So it's a really, really like intense training on your body. So I would say it was a hard transition. It took me about maybe my indoor season and outdoor season to really get to the point where I'm running, really improving. But definitely teaches you a lot, man. It really breaks your body down, but it's worth it though. Yeah.
So you had mentioned this earlier, and our last person we had up here, KJ, she also spoke about it a little too, about how technical of a sport track is. Yeah. So can you speak on a little on what do you do besides actually track stuff or physical stuff to like improve yourself? Because a lot of times it's improving yourself by just the slightest of inch in jumping or just the point of a second in running. Yeah. So what do you do besides the physical component to make yourself a better track?
Yeah, most definitely. I'll take it back to the diet, man. Just the water intake is very imperative. The protein intake is very imperative because, like I said, the 400 meter, the practices are really, really hard. So it's important that you repair your muscles with that protein. Another thing is just mentally too. Mentally, because the 400 meter, it's funny because right when you start in the 400 meter, you get to your last 100 meter and your body's telling you to stop. So you got to kind of prepare your mind mentally to say, keep going, keep going. So I think a lot of people, what they do is, before the track meet, really work on just calming their brain, envisioning the track meet, envisioning the race. So I say it's, the mental stuff that you can do, the diet part of it too. And we used to do a lot of yoga stuff too, what helps too. So I think a lot of just mobility, flexibility, and just making sure your mind is sound and at peace is another thing. But it's a lot of components though to it.
From my years of knowing you, I noticed that you have a close bond with God. Mm-hmm. Can you explain how God have helped you?
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, man, this is definitely divine from God. Me doing track and field here, because like I said, my plan was to go and keep doing mixed martial arts, but God used that, the love that I have for individual sport and the fitness and just I think the hard work that you can put that in the track. And then also here I was able to meet a lot of good mentors like, Solomon, Yuda, Christ, those guys. You really just show me true faith in Christ and really living it out. But I think, transitioning from long jump into the 400 meter, it required faith. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do it by my own strength. So, the Lord, really used track and field so I can really submit to him and really just have faith. Because I wasn't seeing it. I wasn't seeing me, becoming good and really improving. But, just having faith in God, understand I'm here for a reason, and it's a lot more stuff outside the track that he's trying to show me, here at Lincoln University. But, yeah, bro, it's definitely divine. Definitely divine, bro. Yeah, bro.
Are you a turn up before the race or calm yourself down as far as listening to music?
Yeah. I think I'm a turn up, man, because you got to get hyped before you run that 400, bro. But that thing hurt. So I think it's just turn up,
What type of music like?
So I listen to Ampiano. It's like a South African type of music. I like a lot of Afro beats. So I listen to that type of music, kind of get me in the mood. But also just my praise and worship music. Just really making sure that like, hey man, I know God got me through this. But yeah, bro, that 400, man, you got to make sure that you turned up, and ready to run. Make sure you calm too. You got that calm aspect too. Yeah.
Something that has been in the news recently, I know you've seen it when two high school teammates. They had an incident with one hitting the other with a baton.
Oh yeah. That's very. You never see that.
Never
see that, man.
Never seen that.
Never see that, man.
Is that hard to do? I'm just saying because I know the baton. I know that the baton is heavy.
Yeah.
So can you explain how if she's lying or not or something?
I think that was on purpose. I'm gonna be honest because it's hard to really bring the baton like above your head and hit somebody. You know, so. I think it might have been a little intentional. Maybe she was just, she mad that the girl called her. You know what I'm saying? But it barely happens as much. But yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Cause
that was crazy.
Just looking at it, like from watching the video, it's like it seems like she lost her balance, but at the same time, like you said, you literally seen her raise her arm and swing it. It's like, bro,
that's what makes it like that, bro. Yeah.
To transition off of track, what type of hobbies are you interested? If on campus or just in general, tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, like I said, man, I really love mixed martial arts, combat sports. It's something I really love doing.
So you do that still? To this
day? So not till this day, but I still train during the summertime a little bit. Train some Muay Thai. What else I like to do? Also on campus, also just got selected for Men of the Year. So I'll be doing some, male initiative stuff next year, doing LU Peer Mentor. I'm also part of LU Spiritual Life. But yeah, man, I'm really just trying to be like an influence, just somebody that somebody can see as a man of integrity, and just, really leave my impact outside of sports. Because I think when I first came here, I had the ideology that all my glory would just come from sports here at Lincoln University. I feel like sometimes as athletes we think that's the only paved way, but it's like, man, this college offers so many other, opportunities that we can grow as a leader. So I feel like I was able to really embrace that and really just it was revealed to me. And I took full advantage of that too, man. Even the opportunities of going to different conferences, learning more about my major because I'm a finance major. So a lot of career development stuff I was able to do. I was also able to land my internship in sales finance. I'm just really realizing, man, I want to be known outside of sports. You know what I'm saying? You just really live that Lincoln legacy in the educational way, things like that. But yeah, man. Listen.
If you had to pick 5 words to describe yourself, what would those words be?
Definitely patient, God-fearing, humble, perseverant. And then just very ambitious, man. Very ambitious. Yeah. People say that. Yeah, definitely say that, bro. Very ambitious.
What would you say is the hardest thing about being at HBCU?
Hardest thing about being at HBCU.
If there is, or maybe.
That's a good question. That's something to think about. Hardest thing about being at HBCU, man. I think what might be the hardest is when you graduate and you realize you really are the minority. I think that's what's gonna be hard. Because I did grow up in an area, but it was predominantly white. You know what I'm saying? It was predominantly white. When I came here, I had that feeling of just feeling welcome, like a family. So I guess leaving that and going to the corporate space in finance, I know I'm gonna be the minority. So I feel like that's the hardest thing. So I think sometimes being in a HBCU, it might make you a little closed-minded. What America really is. So I think that might be the hardest. Cause sometimes you might go to Walmart and be like, dang, we really the minority. You know what I'm saying? Right when you leave campus. So I think that might be the hardest, bro.
Wait, so do you ever get distracted by the Thirsty Thursdays or the Fried Chicken Wednesdays? Doing stuff that track athletes traditionally do at another school.
Yeah.
When,
I feel you. I think definitely my freshman and sophomore year, I did get distracted by that. Just the college experience, things like that. Even the food selection don't be the best. But I think as I just matured, it's a sacrifice, man. If you really want, you play basketball, you do football, it's a sacrifice, man. But it's all worth it at the end. Definitely all worth it, man. Be that 1% better. Yeah.
If you were to play LU sport besides track, what sport would that be and why?
Sports
at a college level, what do you think realistically you can play?
Outside of track, I think football. I think maybe football. I think I can go maybe safety or cornerback. Probably because, you know, I did football in high school, and then, you know, I come back from combat sports, so I like the impact of that. So I think maybe football. Yeah, I think probably football.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see it. I can see it. That speed.
Yeah. Probably like corner or something, bro. I feel like I could do that. Yeah, bro.
So, if you had to leave a message to your younger self, go ahead and speak to your younger self.
My younger self, man. You're more than just an athlete. Your glory and your impact will be outside of sports. I would say that because I came here to Lincoln and I limited myself because I put all of my eggs in one basket just in sports. I wanted to find my identity in sports. I wanted to find growth just in sports. But I'm at a university and it offers so much more growth, mentorship, and just put me in atmospheres where I can grow. And I also tell myself, man, keep God first, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything else is just fleeting. Just the peace and the love that God gives me, and the purpose is just, you know, amazing. So I would just tell myself that, man. Definitely tell myself that.
I'm trying to think of a question to ask you. Let's see.
Well, I have one last question. So, what are your goals for this April 17th? Tell the people, what are you striving for? And what should we look to expect from you and just the track team?
Track team? Yeah, man. You know, track team, man, we working hard. I think a lot of us really going to show out. Definitely being at home. I'm really hoping to PR. Definitely in the 400. Definitely get under that 51. Also, see maybe if I can run the 4x4 too. Maybe run like a low 50. But I know a lot of people gonna go out there just to show some great times and things. So it's gonna be a good event. It's gonna be a good event for sure. Yeah.
This is my last question. When you look at your growth since you started running track, how far do you think you've come?
Man, far. Definitely far, because at first I thought you just go on the track and you just run and that's how you get faster. But like, nah, you gotta take advantage of, you know, your warm up, you know, going to the trainer, doing your exercise, strengthening your weaknesses. Also just learning how to recover. You know, freshman year we just like, yeah, I'm gonna go out there and run and I'm gonna eat whatever. But you know, now I really take high importance of, you know, the protein and just the aspects of also just strengthening your weaknesses, also like my core and my hips, and my hamstrings too. I forgot to touch on that. Like I had a lot of injuries in track and field. My sophomore year, I tear my hamstring, on my left hamstring, and then earlier this season, I had a strain on my right hamstring. So I had a lot of hamstring problems, even just shin splints, everything. I'm sore all the time, like 24/7. I'm not gonna lie, but I definitely grown a lot more because I took advantages of those injuries early, and was able to kind of decrease the time of just being out of the sport. So I would say I definitely had a lot of growth, even the way my mind is mentally to the sport too. Not pulling all my, you know, stress on the sport and kind of just letting it go day by day. Because patience, man. If you're not patient in track and field, bro, cooked. Yeah. And another thing is, if you compare yourself with somebody else, it's gonna be bad. Like, you cannot compare yourself in track and field. Like, when I tell you there are 16-year-olds, there's 15-year-olds that run way faster than a lot of people right now in our age. Because just genetics plays a very high factor on track and field. But it's important that you just stay focused on your growth, stay focused on how you're progressing in your event. Yeah, comparison, you can't compare yourself. It's you versus you on that track. So yeah, but it's been a lot of growth, you know. Definitely a lot of growth for me. A lot of growth. Cause them injuries, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we go out there and just run. Nah, man. It'd be a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff, bro. Yeah.
So, thank you for coming here.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all, bro. Appreciate you. My first time ever on the podcast, bro. It's cool, man. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool.
You definitely told things that people want to hear.
Yeah.
We're excited to see you April 17th. I'll be there.
Yeah.
Sure I'll be there too.
Yeah. It should be cool, man.
Thank you, University. We got to pack the stands. You know, show love to them and all our athletes.
Yeah.
But thank you for having you.
Yeah, man.
It's episode 8. Peace.